Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Geeking and Drinking. This is episode 66.
Damn, Order 66.
Order 66.
Let's go. And we are back again, like you said, with episode 66. I'm Eddie.
I'm Steven.
And we're joined by Daddy Ernest.
Hello.
Ernest.
Hello. Hello.
The Dark Knight himself. Yeah, Geeking and Drinking. What's up, guys?
What's up?
What's up, man? What up?
So kind of wake up. It's been a long week. I'm tired.
I feel slow.
But so on this episode, I think today we're gonna be discussing and all spoilers for Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness. I know we finished Moon Knight. I know
I'm in the midst of it.
You're in the middle of it, so we won't get too much into that.
It's cool.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't really think there's really not much to spoil about it.
Yeah, well, I was talking to Eddie before I came in, and we were just like, I can't get into it. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I like it. I like the character. I don't know. I guess, like, I know who Moon Knight is, but I don't know, like, the whole backstory. I know they changed him, like, 4 times when they introduced him in the comics, or...
He's had, like, different, like that whole Mr. Knight is, like, another version of him, but, like... Yeah. I don't, like... From what I can tell is that, like, they kind of, like, for people who don't know who it is, like, they're just kind of, like, not trying to jam it all in there, but, like, trying to, like, walk you, you know...
They're
like,
gonna slowly, like, bring him into the MCU, so... I mean, I get what's going on. I think just the character for me is just... I'm not, you know...
You know what, though?
Not too invested in it.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm thirsty.
Yes. Yes, we are. So we actually got 3 different beers that we all haven't really tried.
I tried one of them.
Never mind.
Not mine.
But I honestly, like, I only bought, like, I think a can of it, like, because it was, like, just the single cans you get at HEB. I just bought that and tried it, but I don't even really remember what it tastes like. But yeah, I tried one of them.
So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get the one, because the ones that are on top are the ones that Ernest brought, so let's get those out.
Yeah. I'm excited.
You know, like I said, the one that I got, I know when I was putting the beer away in the fridge, I saw that you bought the same one, but it was between that one and another beer, and that's actually between this one. Like when you texted me earlier if I tried it, and I was like, I was about to get it. It was literally earlier when I was at the store.
Surprise, Eddie.
Yeah,
I was in the closet.
Yeah, surprised me. But this is from Texas L Project. Is that the name of the place? I think I've heard of that. I think I've heard of them, but I don't know too much about them. They are from Dallas, Texas. Cool. But this is a blonde ale, Pantera. Golden ale. I'm sorry. Born and brewed in Texas. Yeah, Pantera Golden Ale 5.4.
Thoughtfully brewed.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a golden ale because I've seen this can before. I thought it was like just like a Pilsner, you know.
Man, I should have done it damn mic. I didn't do it.
So I was just like, you know, I'll try it whenever I try it. And today at the store, like I said, I saw it and I was like, oh, it's a golden ale? I'm like,
Oh, man.
So either way, if I would have bought either which beer, it would have been the same one y'all brought. So that's all good.
Man, it fits perfect right here.
Put them wherever.
Man, boy, that looks pretty nice.
It's kind of nice to have a break
Looks
from
golden.
the IPAs on this show. You drink too many IPAs. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I just feel like that's craft beer, though. Like,
but there's so much more craft beer. For some reason, we always just end up drinking IPA for some reason.
that is good.
That is good.
And that's because when we first started doing the show, what did I say about IPAs?
Steve was like, I don't want to do a lot of IPAs. Like we started like with Freetail, kind of like they're just like the everyday, you know. I guess not everyday, but like just like the craft beers that we've had over a long time. And I don't know, like it's just weird. But this is good. I like this.
Slowly, kind of like really like. I like those. I like them. I just can't do the dark beer.
No,
I just can't.
Which is funny because Steven used to love the dark beer.
And now dark beer just does me.
does you good.
Yeah.
The old village idiot. Nah.
Don't call me that.
Don't call me that. So I'm trying to think at the top of my head about like some recent like I guess news stuff that's kind of coming out or other things that are kind of in that are being talked about right now as far as like movies and stuff. Only a couple of things that I can think of at the top of my head are like obviously the new Jurassic Park Dominion's gonna be coming out pretty soon, so we've gotten like trailers for that. What else? So the Fantastic Four movie, which was announced with Marvel, was going to be directed by John Watts. This is the same guy who directed all 3 Spider-Man movies. But he recently backed out of directing Fantastic Four, citing that he just wants a break, pretty much. He spent 7 years of his life and made 3 Spider-Man movies. So I could imagine that he wants to take a break from it. So that, like, I totally understand.
I don't know, dude. A lot of these dudes that do that, though, end up kind of like, they come back and, I regret it because how much money the MCU brings in.
True, yeah. I mean, again, like, he made, probably one of the best, I guess, one of the trilogies in the MCU with all 3 Spider-Man movies, and they all have done pretty good. Yeah. So, I'm pretty sure he's sitting pretty fine. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. You got anything?
But it's just really iconic just to bring Fantastic Four like out of like the deepest pits.
So obviously we'll get into like a lot of Doctor Strange stuff later, and there is something that I want to mention about Fantastic Four as far as like directing, but I say it later because I don't want to say any spoilers.
Where's Pam
right now? No. So, but yeah, when we do start the Doctor Strange discussion, it's gonna be full spoilers. Like, it's not really much to talk about this movie because there's a lot of spoilers. So, we're just gonna go at it. But
so, Ernie, we haven't had you on the show. What, about 4 or 5 episodes be back?
That's how long?
Maybe.
No, he was just on it for the Batman one, which was just like
okay.
The one before was like 2 episodes. 2 episodes ago.
Okay. Never mind. I'm done. So, but between that, what have you been doing? What have you been watching?
I'm always pregnant, so right now we're in the midst of sitting down and binge watching stuff. But we were talking about it when I was here, talking about the Batman. They're like the Righteous Gemstones, doing that. Also, the Moon Knight halfway in, can't sit there and watch that. But one thing I've really been like forcing myself to finish, and I'm in the midst of it. I know y'all are telling me like, skip this season, you don't need this, but I just like I have to watch it all, which is the Star Wars, the Clone Wars. So right now, like I'm like putting myself in that, and now I know I'm gonna have a lot of time later, going on maternity leave soon. So I'm excited to do that because I see like Bad Batch is still there, and I forget it's
Bad Batch is so good.
Yeah, and that's all I've been seeing like on Twitter and everywhere I've been. So I'm eventually I just feel like I need to do the Clone Wars in order to throw myself into that. So
even then, because also Obi-Wan's coming out in a couple of weeks too.
And that's one of the biggest reasons why I want to throw myself in there. So because I'm more than sure. Everybody knows. They all link together. So I have to
the Inquisitors were introduced in Rebels, right? So yeah, there's Rebels too, and
so now you're gonna have to watch it. Lucky for Rebels, so it's only 3 seasons.
Yeah, but they're so good.
But they're so good. So.
But is it like more kid like?
The first season was, and then it gets a little dark.
Because that's how the Clone Wars was.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Sure. The last season of Clone Wars was.
Though I enjoyed the first season. So I don't know. I mean.
Well, okay, so since like I said, since Obi-Wan is coming out, we did get I think 2 trailers, which we've never actually talked about it on camera, but. I'm super excited for it. I know it's dropping May 25th. I know we're getting 2 episodes in one night, I think.
Ooh.
So, and obviously it's put out there that Hayden Christensen is coming back to play Darth Vader / Anakin. And even though they haven't showed him in the trailers, which I'm glad they haven't, they've
done.
Haven't showed his full
full form. But they'll show like when his arms getting connected. And
so I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you saw Boba Fett. Like that one was so far as these live action Star Wars shows. That's probably the one that disappointed me the most. It was still good, but
you're not the first.
It was just whatever. So we've
only gotten 1 live action Star Wars show,
Mandalorian and Boba Fett.
Well, other than Boba Fett, it was just a Mandalorian, but it's gotten 2 seasons.
Yeah, so like but like out of all those those 3 seasons of shows, like Boba Fett was probably the weakest. So like I have like I'm excited for the Obi-Wan show. Do y'all think we're gonna get like Darth Vader in the second episode at least, like him already? Like, because I would be upset if it was like, because it's 6 episodes, and I'll be upset if like we get him like
at the first episode. Like,
what did they put him in? Like
that's how I feel.
Towards the end, like the way they did it with Rogue One.
Like at the very end, the tail end. That was like of the episode or the season
of the episode.
Oh, okay,
one of the episodes.
That'd be cool. Yeah,
that's how they introduce him into the show.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Yes, I see. Like I'm just like I really want to see him.
Because that's the only thing I can think of why they're going to do a 2 episode opening. Yeah, because they're going to give you a taste of Vader, and you're going to be like, oh my god, I want some more.
Yeah,
sit
dude,
there.
And I'm more like excited just to see like if we get like flashbacks to Obi-Wan and Anakin in the Clone Wars, or just like them playing themselves and like having conversations. But like I'm so excited for this damn show. I wanted to be May 25th already, but I'm glad that you're watching Clone Wars to catch up, because it's really fucking.
Yeah, dude, I'm doing it on lunch. That's like at least an episode or 2 when I get out of work. So I'm in it. I'm hitting it hard.
Dude, there's this dude at work who like he has his headphones in all the time, and he's just listening to anime. Like he has it playing, he's just listening to it. And I'm like,
oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You said anime. That's hentai.
Oh, wrong one. So, again, you haven't finished Moon Knight.
It's okay though. I'm like okay with I don't, and wouldn't you say like it's one of the first like characters that they haven't, like he came out on Eternals, but like for instance,
where did he come out on Eternals?
Oh, at the end, or didn't he?
No, that was
They just look alike then.
That was what's his face?
Oh, that's Black. What's
Black
his name?
Knight.
Black Knight. Yeah,
okay,
that's his name, right?
I think so.
Who played by Jon Snow,
Kit
Harington.
Harington.
Yeah.
And then the voice was supposed to be Blade.
Yeah, Blade.
Oh, man.
So
see, I gotta go back, dude, because like again, it took me 3 times to really like settle in and watch that, man. So,
I will say though, like Oscar Isaac in that show, the guy who plays the main dude, like he's so good.
He's Mexican.
Yeah, and then oh god,
I like that.
And like just the fact that he plays off of himself, I think that's really cool. And you get a lot more of him as the show goes on. So like as far as him, that show is really good. But the show with like the
I like the last. Well, I don't want to say anything, but I think the last episode was pretty good, and
I've already seen most of it.
It was kind of finally we get what we've been waiting for throughout the whole season.
Yeah,
because it's like one of the first episodes where they didn't introduce him like in a movie or anything. Like it's kind of like
he's the first
like WandaVision,
Marvel.
Captain America,
he's the first MCU character that's
debuting
on his own with his own show, not even in a movie or anything, or no even introduction or mention of him.
Yeah,
okay,
right,
or not even anything like mention of like Egyptian wise, because it's all taking place in Egypt.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like it was fine. Again, it was probably my least favorite show so far, but Oscar Isaac is really good in it. I mean, did you like it? I know you said like the last episode. But like,
I liked it. I thought it was really entertaining. I would definitely say I did like it a lot better than Falcon and Winter Soldier.
What?
Yeah.
Why are we hating that show? I like that show. Like for me, it's probably.
I guess it's because we already got the Captain Americas. The Captain America,
but they have to throw it in there for
and
the next phase.
And not bashing on Anthony Mackie or anything like that, but just what I'm trying to say is like,
oh my gosh,
what I'm trying to say is like more like we got those movies of the whole spy world and all that stuff, and that's kind of what it just reminded me of. It just reminded me of just watching another Captain America movie. So, but
which were good.
He's black.
What?
Yeah, I know.
That is brand new information.
For me, my favorite obviously is Loki, which was also
I'm definitely going to go with Loki. He's like up in that top par, and then
which was like
I really like Hawkeye. That's my second.
That one too. That one frustrated me.
Yeah,
Hawkeye and Falcon and Winter Soldier are gonna be my two least favorites.
Yeah, for me it's Moon Knight.
I just love what's her name?
Haley. Oh no, like her and Florence Pugh were the best parts of the show. I mean, Jeremy Renner was good too. But like, oh god. It was fine. It was fine. I just hate the ending, man. I hate the fucking ending. I think that just ruined it for me.
It was probably a little too fast, I guess, at the end.
It's really not that bad of a show. I'm nitpicking. But
yeah. But it was cool. I liked it. I can't see what they do next.
So other than, Marvel and Star Wars, have you been watching anything else? I know you said you were watching Righteous Gemstones, but anything else outside of that?
I just love comedies, man. Despicable Me. That one's coming out.
So for me, I've been watching. One of the shows I've been going back and rewatching. Me and my wife, because the final season is coming out. Is Better Call Saul. The spinoff from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And so that show's really good, so good.
Didn't you also...
It's a little break from all the superhero and space stuff too. So it's kind of.
Because that's what Righteous Gemstones is.
Didn't you also finish Ozarks?
And then we finished Ozark.
Dude,
very.
Okay. I've heard that the season finale was kind of a letdown. Like you're just like what?
Sort of. If you want me to kind of like just, I guess I don't know if this is maybe like a little spoiler or not to it, but it does give. And for those who've seen that the show, it does give like Sopranos finale.
Ah, okay, I see what you mean. Like just
ends straight up. I'm like, okay, like, and at the same time, it wasn't like what or anything. It's just like, all right, so it's over. Cool.
That's how I felt about. That's how I felt about Moon Knight. Like it just finished. I'm just like, what happened to? Sorry. Yeah, but. I remember that when that show first came out, I watched the first season, and it was really good. I just never...
The first two seasons were really good, but then it just starts going like way off, and I'm just like, whoa. And I even had to go back and... Because they bring back some characters that I forgot, like, were gone. I was like, what? Like, so... But it wasn't too bad. And then shows that are current right now, because I guess I've been watching Better Call Saul... But I've been watching the new season of Young Justice, Phantoms, which is really good, and Halo. Been watching. Halo.
Oh, okay, but that's on Paramount.
Yeah, Paramount Plus.
I don't have that, man.
So it's interesting.
I love Halo. I played Halo when it first came out. We're playing the new one too. So
Paramount has good movies on it.
I heard he loses his virginity in it.
Oh my god! Spicy. Oh my god!
Master Chief.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Step Chief? Oh my god. Yeah, no, I haven't started. I honestly haven't been watching anything new. Like, I don't even know what the hell I've been watching.
You just been watching, listening to podcasts.
No,
basically, yeah.
Well, you've been watching a lot of wrestling stuff too, a lot of wrestling docs.
Getting back into it or what?
Huh?
Getting back into it?
Not so much like the stuff now. Like, I just watch old wrestling stuff. Like,
you don't
the
know
stuff
who's there.
The stuff now, it's fine.
But they moved the story around so much too. It's like they constantly constantly keep changing it,
and because they got to keep up with AEW, man.
As far as like,
it is. And then the guys are leaving, coming back.
As far as like actual wrestling, like AEW has WWE top because like, I mean, I remember Alex, or was it you, Alex? It was you, right? Who sent us that Darby Allin? He did the Swanton to Jeff Hardy. Like, oh, dude, it was wild. And I was like, damn, that's fucking cool. And like, I didn't think
he did it from one of the high ladders on the ring while Jeff Hardy was out in the mat on like 8 or 10 chairs flat out and just.
Yeah, dude, it was pretty wild.
That's I don't know. That's what wrestling was. Like these guys are going all out.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, now, with the WWE, they're kind of like really precautious and.
I can go wrestle if I want to.
Like,
damn, boy.
Like, oh. Dude, it's fucking cool. And like I thought it was gonna be a match because like it's like I think it's like a tournament kind of match what they're doing. Like so whoever wins advances to the next to get to the title or whatever. So like obviously Darby Allin is a newcomer. his mentor right now is Sting. Sting's like ringside by him, and then you have Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy. Like they're in AEW. So like you have Darby Allin, like he's a high flyer and he's like a risk taker like Jeff Hardy. So he's like doing the crazy shit that Jeff Hardy used to do.
It's a match made in heaven.
So yeah, so I was like thinking like, oh, fuck yeah, like Jeff Hardy's gonna put him over, like he's gonna let Darby Allin win, and he's gonna push him up to the top.
That's
nah, bro, Jeff Hardy fucking won that match. And I was like, what?
WWE screws over because there's so many years where people come go and they try to like counter match like that guy who left, and it just sucks.
Yeah, like I see what you mean, like, but I don't know, like there's some stuff WWE that they're doing that is actually pretty cool, but for the most part, like I'm just like it's kind of boring.
It's hard to keep up with WWE. Even when I do like try to watch it, I can't sit there and
I don't watch them. Like the only time I ever sit down and watch it's the pay-per-views, and that's only if there's like something
unless you're just a
interesting.
flat out like WWE fan. Like I think that's
I know Raw's coming to San Antonio in July.
Yeah,
so I was like but yeah, man, so you guys want to just get into it because I don't know what else to talk about, and I have a lot to say about this fucking movie.
I have some questions that need answers.
Oh, I got answers. But I also need another beer. You need a beer too?
Yeah, I do.
All right. I'm going to take one anyway. So.
All right. So yeah, guys. So we're going to get into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Again, we're just going to go full out spoilers. So again, if you guys have not seen the movie and you'd want to avoid like any spoilers or anything, which there are some big ones.
Get out of here.
I mean, come back and watch.
Oh my gosh.
Watch. Here you go. It's a Bock. It looks like it looks like an old school beer, right?
Almost looks like a cross between
like
Shiner Bock and Lone Star.
Yeah, I see that.
It's a Bock.
It's a Bock.
It's a Bock.
Texas style Bock.
Yeah, this is the one that I bought that you bought too. So this is from Community Beer Co.
But I bought another 6-pack that we haven't tried yet. So.
Man.
And
is this the one that you tried already?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like Ernest said, this is a Bock. It even gives you the meaning of a Bock on the side. It gives a definition. An amber lager with
distinctive. Whoa, man! That's where the age kicks in.
Distinctive malt flavor and light hops, first brewed in 14th century Germany. It also means a male billy goat. So that's why it's a ram from. Yeah.
Dude, what percent is this?
6%.
Oh, no. Down the hatch.
We went from 5 to 6.
And this is and granted, like even though it is a darker beer, like it's not like
not like dark.
It's not.
I'm about to go from 2 to an 8.
My shirt's about to come off.
Dude, trust me.
I'm about to show you my gun.
No, like
this is nothing like that village.
It's just like
it's
just a dark copper.
That's
color.
scary.
Like, it's not really that dark.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Trust me, dude. That other one, it was a darker Bock and it was a higher percentage.
Yeah.
The one from last episode. Was it called Dark?
No. The one that was called the Village Idiot.
No, but it was that one that Matt had, and I mean behind the scenes, dude, I almost puked, man. Like that thing got me like off school, man. Like I had to chill out.
Didn't Matthew like take you? Oh, you're walking somewhere, and he was like,
that's after the Village Idiot. He said he's gonna take me to the bar down the street.
Oh yeah.
Because all the girls were like at the bar for I think your mom's birthday or something like that.
I don't remember.
That's a weird story.
I don't know, but anyway, he said he was gonna walk me. I was telling him the other day, and I turned around, and he's like, "Batman, hey, so," and he was just gone. I was like, "Damn, man!" And I'm walking, see the cops like fell in the bushes because the ground's so uneven. Man. Yeah, man, and the cop just pulled someone over right there.
And feet are just like,
yeah, dude.
Okay, so before we get into Doctor Strange, real quick, one quick question, and I mean we could cut this could just be super short. Because I don't know if they showed it when y'all went to go watch the movies. When we went to go watch the movies, they ran through all the credits and then they did like turn your phone off and blah 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 and don't forget to get concessions and this and that and then all of a sudden they showed another trailer, Avatar.
Oh yeah.
They did just after all that they played just a trailer it was
that's
just
how mine was. Well, so when I got in, I had to drop off Samson. We got there, so it was literally like 2 minutes before the movie started, and it was like midway of the Avatar, and then I was like, I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick, and then all of a sudden the lights turned off, and the movie was about to start on. Never mind, and I'm gonna just sit here.
I would say it was pretty cool that they waited to show until the movie came out. I thought that was pretty cool. I think it's overhyped. I mean, I just like
I'm gonna go overhyped.
I'm just like it looks fine. Like everybody's hyping this up. Like James Cameron's working on this for 7 years. Like it looks fine. Like it looks fine. It looks like the other one. Like then the other one was fine. Like I get it.
It
like
was just ahead of its time.
The other one was basically Dances with Wolves in space.
Yeah.
It's
But
Pandora?
I think it was just more for the visual effects.
Yeah, because
like I don't know if y'all remember because I was like, when did it come out?
A long time ago.
That's what I'm saying. So
2012.
Like, but didn't y'all think like I was like the best thing I ever seen? Like no, not as far as the movie, but the
visuals.
graphics. Yeah,
Visuals
I mean,
were cool.
they looked good, and I heard that
I think
like
because
I don't really remember.
like that the 3D of it was like groundbreaking.
I think like the best part of it that I liked from the movie was just
intercourse.
Stephen Lang's character. Stephen Lang's from he's the guy that comes out in the movie Breathe.
Yeah.
Or wait.
Yeah, Breathe. Yeah,
Breathe,
because he's blind.
Because he's blind.
Yeah, no, he was
He's
cool.
like all jacked up and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, it looks fine. Like, I mean, again, like
it looks like Avatar.
Yeah, it just looks like Avatar. Like, I'm just like, I'm sorry, it's an overhyped, and I like James Cameron. I mean, he made.
Real quick though, this one being called Avatar: The Way of the Water, I guess they're gonna go into like more depths of
The water.
Of the the natives of Pandora and stuff like that. The thing about it, I saw, you know how we all know Tom Cruise likes to do his own stunts and stuff like that and goes all crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Kate Winslet supposedly outdid his underwater holding her breath for 7 minutes.
Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where Tom Cruise held his breath for a Mission Impossible movie for like 6 minutes.
Damn.
So
she's in this movie?
yeah, she's in this one.
Interesting.
So
I
don't know if I'm gonna go watch it in theaters. I'll probably wait till
You know what? I think one of the reasons why I want to watch it in theaters is because that's how it's supposed to be watched. And if you want to get the effect of the full like visual like experience of it all, that's probably one of the ways you could do that. I mean, granted, I know we have like pretty good decent set of TV and everything, like, but I'm just like,
well, that's
how cool to look like in a big ass screen, you know?
I love it, but that's how I feel about the Batman.
Yeah,
like I thought it was great, and then you watch it at home, and I can watch it. I love Batman, but like it's not the same.
And I will say this: I'm glad that I went to go see Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness in the theater because that movie in the theater looked amazing.
I definitely want to go watch it again in theater, maybe in the bigger screen, like at Casablanca.
yeah, for sure. I went to Galaxy. I went to Galaxy too. Where'd you see that?
I went to San Diegos.
Also,
I was like right after work.
Well, which San Diegos?
The Mayan, just the original, the OG.
Oh, okay. The OG Mayan.
Well, I was like, my wife's pregnant, so we gotta have the recliners. I'm pretty sure but then too, like the drive, so it's like it's right there.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I really wanted to see it, and that was the only way to like go see it. Was to just drive a little ways.
I thought you were gonna say I saw it on Amazon Fire Stick.
All right, bootlegged it.
Ernie, what are we
All right,
doing?
all the people walking back and forth.
All right, so we got where we watched it at. Now let's just jump in real quick. Let's talk about visuals. What do we think about the visuals? Considering this is a MCU movie, also made by one of
Ramy boy.
Yeah, horror directors who's definitely got his own style.
First thing I'm gonna say is
Raimi.
It was pretty scary, dude. Like, I guess we'll talk about the movie as we go, but it was, to me, like, I jumped maybe like twice out of my seat. Like,
you definitely saw MCU.
Yes. The jokes were there.
Yeah, like influence in there.
It kind of felt like watching the Spider-Mans too. Like,
yeah, that's what I thought too. I was just like thinking to myself because there's one part when they're fighting the monster when they're trying to get to what's the character's name? American Chavez. And the only thing I could think of was like, this is
like Spider-Man, Endgame.
No. This is from the first Spider-Man. Green Goblin attacking the board during the festival.
Parade.
Okay.
The parade. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because I see what you mean. Because I guess they had the whole wedding on top of like the balcony, and I could see the parallels, which is funny because again, Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. I mean, you're talking about the visuals right now. Okay, well, the visuals. I thought they looked amazing. Yeah, Sam Raimi definitely brought his style to this movie, as far as like you know, just kind of different things he does and his horror kind of like take on it, which I absolutely loved.
Almost like sort of claymation stuff that was going on too.
Coming out of this movie, I think I realized like I'm a Sam Raimi fan, because I'm like I love the movie when I walked out.
Well, I mean, I loved the original Evil Dead and Army of Darkness. Those are like my two favorite.
And you love the Spider-Man movies. I mean, come on, Toby.
I love Evil Dead.
Oh boy. Like Steven is in love with Toby Maguire. He hates Toby Maguire.
Yeah, that was the first I think movie I went to go see in theaters was the Spider-Man.
Yeah, which was weird because like when I found, obviously I knew back then like that, this guy named Sam Raimi directed the Spider-Man movies, and then when I heard that like he was like he directed like old horror movies, I'm like, wait, the same one? It's the same guy? Because that's pretty cool. But yeah, definitely, like you guys just mentioned, like he definitely brings a lot of his style to it. I loved it. I
think if you didn't know he directed, I think you still would have you would have caught glimpses, I guess, of it might have been him, but I don't know, like you could have still just fit it in with any other like MCU movie, which is cool. Because after sitting, with the movie and kind of like reflecting on it, thinking about it, listening to other people's perspective on it, like I start to realize that he had a lot of his kind of like his filmmaking style, like it is brought on this movie, like at the end, it kind of ends with Doctor Strange. It's like like that's a total like kind of Sam Raimi thing, like the camera is like always kind of like zooming in and out, like that's a Sam Raimi thing, which I liked, which is pretty cool. But yeah, but apparently that didn't sit well with a lot of people. A lot of people that I've been listening to, like which is completely frustrating to me, is that like they say like, go ahead.
This movie, is like you could definitely tell that Sam Raimi made this movie, and if you're a Sam Raimi fan, you'll like this, but if you're not, then you're not gonna like this. I'm just like, what? Like a lot of these fucking people that review these movies always say that like Marvel has a certain way of making their movies, that they like that people who come in to make these movies have to know that Marvel follows a certain formula to make their movies, so in turn all these movies kind of like feel the same. So now that we finally get a movie that doesn't feel the same, that the director kind of did his own thing, as well as Eternals, where the director did her own thing, people are complaining about it because they're like, well, it doesn't feel like a Marvel movie. I'm like, well, what the fuck do you want?
That's
like,
nitpicking.
There's a reason why Marvel went after certain directors, because they wanted to bring their kind of style to the universe of it, and it's like,
and people want to blame the director.
Yeah, and it's like you can't just be blaming the directors all the time. I mean, they wanted
hey, I'm gonna make this movie. Yeah. Oh, cool. Like
I mean, look at the Batman movies. The Batman movies are a great example. I mean, you have Tim Burton's version, then you have
Joe
Schumacher, and then Christopher Nolan, dude. I mean, and then now
Matt Reeves.
And dude, like they all have their own styles.
Even Zack Snyder had his own style making a Batman movie,
especially Zack Snyder. I mean.
Exactly, like and it's just like it's just super annoying to me that like people are just like, oh, this movie is so Sam Raimi. All his little tropes, all his little does, like kind of takes me out of the movie. I'm like. They're like, oh, it just feels like he's doing everything he's done before, because that's his style. Yeah. Like that's his style. Like that. I think honestly, that's when I walked out of the movie. That's what I loved the most about it. I'm like, this felt so different. Is it a perfect movie? No. Does it feel like it contributes to the bigger MCU picture? To me, it doesn't. After sitting with it a while, it doesn't feel like it. It feels like a very contained movie. But I liked it. I had fun with it, and I was like, like. I like the different take on it, like the whole horror theme, like, and even like that too. People are like, oh, like talking about like kids or like adults being upset about like the imagery. I'm just like, oh my god, like what are we doing? Like let's try something different every now and then. Like this was different. And
first of all, it's a sorcerer and it's a witch. Come on, what do you think we're gonna get with this?
I heard too that like because before the original director Scott Derrickson, who did the first Doctor Strange movie, he was gonna do this one, and he's essentially like a horror director. He does a lot of horror movies. I know he has a new movie out called Black Phone with Ethan Hawke right now. Apparently looks really good.
Really good.
So one of the rumors that's kind of been going around is that like he left the movie because he wanted to do a straight up like horror, scarier movie.
And it could have went that way.
And Marvel told him no. So then he left. They brought Sam Raimi in, and even then, when the announcement was made, all these like, again, I listen to podcasts.
Spider-Man.
Like, yeah, they're just like, oh, Sam Raimi, can't wait to see what he's gonna do with this. This is gonna be awesome. This is the Multiverse of Madness. Everything that's kind of been building up is gonna do this. And again, when I say that this movie doesn't contribute a lot to the MCU, to me it's a factual statement, because with the events of WandaVision, where she, kind of like does her thing and starts messing with the Darkhold, finding her kids, at the end of WandaVision. Then we get Loki, where they really fuck with the multiverses and timelines like crazy. Then we get Spider-Man, who in No Way Home, him and Doctor Strange start messing with the multiverse again. So obviously we all kind of thought that the Multiverse of Madness was gonna like kind of tackle all that. How are all these past three things gonna tie into this movie? And to be honest, they really didn't. Except for essentially WandaVision, just for the simple fact that like it gives you context of like, this is why she has kids, this is why she's hurt, and this is why she's evil. And other than that, none of these
why
things,
she went to the dark side.
Yeah, like none of these things kind of contribute to this movie, and this movie doesn't contribute to those things. So that's why I say it's a contained Marvel movie, because it really doesn't like reach out and like kind of like miss with other things. So that's in that sense, I'm like, okay, like that's where it seems contained. It's a missed opportunity, obviously. I don't know why they didn't have Vision at all in this movie. I thought that would be a perfect thing for like Wanda to be going through these universes, and she sees a version of herself with her kids with Vision, like, and what if? And I heard this too, like, what if he was an added? What if he was an added member to the Illuminati? Like they have a Vision in a universe there, and he kind of like he's there to like give that emotional attachment to Wanda, try to talk to her. I mean, granted, the people we got were cool, but they went out pretty fast.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give myself a break. You guys go ahead.
Well, I have a question. I really want to, because me and my sister were talking about it when before we came, and what didn't Doctor Strange's what's her name? His lover?
Christine.
She die?
No, she.
Okay, so have you seen the What If
Yes.
Episodes? Okay, so
That's
did you see the Doctor Strange one?
Yes. He's trying to get her.
It's what if Doctor Strange is
lost his heart,
and not his hands.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
Because in the movie he loses his hands, which is why he becomes, he turns to the Ancient One.
Yes.
Because he met that one guy. So in the What If series, he loses sanity because he starts using the time stone to change back time to bring her back, and eventually he starts going mad because he can never get it right.
So that show is when she's like dies and dies and dies.
Yeah.
In the old Doctor Strange movie, she doesn't die.
Okay.
She really has a small part in the movie. Like the last time we see her, she's it's after the Ancient One dies, and Doctor Strange, kind of like, I think he gives her the watch or something, or and then they kind of go their separate ways, But
and she kind of had a big part in this one, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, which was cool
in the third act.
Yeah.
And then even too, like, it really puts out there that, like, because even Strange even says like I love you in every universe,
Yeah.
And but no, she didn't die, and as far as this timeline,
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, like, another, what if, like, he kind of just really goes off the rails and goes like,
which is why we get the dark version of
yes, at the end
of him when
is it the same one?
Yeah, it's the same
I
one.
was gonna
Is
ask.
it?
I was
Yes.
waiting to see all the monsters and stuff. Like,
It's pretty much the same one.
okay,
I don't know.
It's not,
I don't
it's
know.
not the direct one from What If, but it's like
a version of that.
yeah.
Okay, so it's a Doctor Strange from another universe that's lost her too, and
Yeah.
it's okay. All right,
because
okay.
now when he has the dark
The Darkhold.
the Darkhold.
Okay, because I'm saying, like, I don't think it's the same one. It's because the same one in the What If series. Remember, he got stuck in the. He didn't. No,
he contained himself.
He contained them. Yeah.
Because
Okay.
he destroyed his universe.
All right. Yeah, because I know in the trailers people are like, "Oh, it's the same one from What If," and like the movie came, I'm like,
One thing I'm gonna have to say, dude, is oh my god, dude, Elizabeth Olsen's character, Wanda, Scarlet Witch, is a fucking badass character, dude. She, I believe, is if not the strongest.
Yeah.
Of them all. I mean, she's fucking taking on all those sorcerers, dude, by herself. She basically could have taken Thanos out.
So that's another thing that people are like kind of up in arms about right now is that like the treatment of Scarlet Witch's character, because the movie starts off and immediately she's already on a mission. She's already kind of turned. She essentially is
right off the back.
She essentially is the antagonist of the movie. She's the villain of the movie. And she's already like out for blood. So people were saying like that, like, where did that come from? You know, like, why is she so bad all of a sudden? And my first thought was like, when this movie was first announced, Multiverse of Madness, it was already rumored that Wanda was going to be a villain in this movie. People were like, I want to see Wanda go bad. Then we get WandaVision, where she starts, you know, messing with the town, taking town for hostage, and there's hints that she's going to be a villain, you know. And then at the end, you know, she lets the town go and she like says her sorries and I'm sorry I did this, sorry I did that.
Well, especially in that one episode of WandaVision when she comes out and she tells like the, you know, everyone that's trying to get in, like, leave me alone.
Yeah, exactly. And then at the end, like, she's like, you know, I'm sorry what I did. This was wrong. Kind of like, you know, she realizes the error of her ways. Then she goes off. And at the end of WandaVision, we see her messing with the Darkhold and trying to search for her kids. So in this one, like, the movie just immediately starts off with like, I'm already bad, and I'm out to find America Chavez because I want to kill her and absorb her powers. So my thing is like, okay, I like the fact that she was a villain. I had no issues with that at all. Do I wish that we had a little more like time with her kind of turning? Yes, I do. Like I was just like, when the whole thing happened, when she just switched everything, I was like, oh, wait, like, already? Like, damn, like, that, okay, I mean, that was pretty quick, but I guess.
I mean,
it's odd.
You also got to admit, the MCU is kind of notorious for kind of doing that real quick, too. Sometimes they just kind of do those quick changes real quick, and you just got to either know it or keep up with it kind of thing. Yeah,
and that's kind of how it felt. Like, it's just like, either you're with it or you're not, you know? You know, and it felt like a lot of people apparently are not, and they're just like, oh, like they wrote her like real two-dimensional. I'm just like, you know.
What'd you think?
I thought it was real quick right off the back. Like I said, he talks to her and real quick, like, oh man, they smell like apples are real. And then all of a sudden, bam, like all like. But if you watch like the series, like I guess you'd get it, you know. Again, that's just going back to when Eddie was talking about. That's just people just nitpicking. I mean, because they explained it, you know.
Yeah, I will admit that like. A lot of these people are just like, oh, like trying to like either, you know, I'm not saying that they're intentionally trying to find something wrong, but just like,
no,
like,
that's exactly what it is.
Like, I'm just like, kind of like, give it a break, you know, like it's not that, you know, it's not that serious, you know,
beer, food,
you know, yeah, you can have an issue with that. Like, apparently, like, you know, I wasn't a big fan of it, but did it ruin the movie for me? Definitely not. Yeah. Hell no, it didn't. But yeah, it was, you know, again, like, I wish we would have saw a little more. But I understood what was happening and why it was happening.
I think I just would have rather seen Vision come out and
dude, like that. I just felt like
something, man. Because originally when she was like she's bad, that was my first thought. Okay, Vision's probably come save the day or come out and I don't know, tell her something.
It would have been nice to see her come out like when she was trying to go back and the Wanda of that other universe was trying to hold her kids back in, you know, him come down the stairs and be like Wanda, and she sees him.
Oh, dude, that would have been just like that would have been hit. Yeah, that would have hit hard. Dude. No, like, see what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's like a missed opportunity right there, dude.
Like he just left. Like,
I mean, granted, like it was pretty like it did hit pretty good. Like, you know, when her kids were afraid of her. And all this stuff, and like she told herself, like they're taking care of him, like like that, like oh yeah, I know, like oh my god. But again, like it would just, you know, people are saying that this movie lacked emotional, you know, like kind of like that emotional push, and I agree
I'll admit that, yeah, it did lack a little bit of emotional grief
because like I don't know about y'all, like I teared up in WandaVision,
but
like,
everything else to it, I thought was like amazing. I thought everything was great. The story was a little confusing, but you know, as far as everything that Sam Raimi put into it, I thought it was amazing. Like, we did get a little bit of a zombie You know, so I thought that was really cool, and I was like, that's totally
sucked.
Totally Sam Raimi right there, dude.
It just sucked the way they did the previews compared to like the actual movie, I guess.
Okay, like because
saw that stuff leading up to
because you saw Wanda, she looked like a zombie, and turned out she wasn't a zombie.
And then of course, classic Sam Raimi, we have to get a Bruce Campbell cameo.
People hated that. Hated it. And I'll admit, I'm just like, okay, that was a little silly in that. I'm like, oh, come on. Like, really? Fucking Bruce Campbell. Like, oh, thank God. What did he say? It's finally over.
Goes, it's over.
So dumb. You know, I think that too was like a reference to Evil Dead when his hand was like, possessed, you know. Fucking movies, dude. They're fucking cool. But I'm ready for another beer. You guys are still working on yours?
One thing that was a little odd from when I went to go watch this movie to watching other Marvel movies is that there was very few people that were like clapping or excited when they saw certain things. And it like
I hate that, man.
You hate clapping?
I do not.
You don't like it?
Clapping,
no,
screaming like
it doesn't get
it
doesn't get you hyped. Doesn't get you hyped like
no, dude, I want to sit there, like don't get me wrong, like when I saw Batman and when I saw like Avengers.
Okay,
I'll
so
be like, oh, man,
so you didn't get like all like super stoked when we were watching Endgame and Captain America.
Yeah, I got chills, but that was it. You aren't gonna get like a.
He's like, I got nipple chills.
Yeah, like, I think I was sitting next to Eddie.
Yeah.
And I would just like, oh man, like that's.
I was like, Ernest,
don't touch me. No, but like I don't know, like I get the thrill, but not to clap or. That's the thing too. Like, say it when Charles.
Yeah. I mean, he's in the trailer. Yeah.
When he came out, like I think.
For real.
Oh man, I was like, what?
I'm sorry, dude. This was the other one I was looking for today. They didn't have the HB.
Dang, this is cool. Beer, Bock.
Limited seasonal release. I'm sorry.
Someone not good. I was like, what the heck? That's pretty cool. Viva. Like someone four chairs down from me, and Kristen like was probably the only person like. Or I can see his feet go up, and I can see him like I could just hear and feel him like fidgeting like in some parts.
Yeah.
But like that's cool. I can do that. Like there's gonna be a dude who's full blown like nerd for Marvel, and and that's cool. But when the whole theater like, bro, there's gonna be like a minute of that going on, and the next scene like you're not gonna hear anything. So guess what? I gotta go watch that damn movie again.
Wait, what did he say? What did he say?
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. So it's like I was cool with it, and I don't know. I just felt like Doctor Strange was great, but it wasn't. I don't know.
Wasn't applause worthy.
It wasn't anything I expected. Not to like ruin it or say it was bad. It's just not what I expect. But I still liked it. I'd probably go watch it again.
Okay, so real quick, this next beer that we got, it's a San Antonio Brewery. It's here. It's called Viva San Antonio Brewery, and it's one of their, their seasonal beers. It's a Bear Bock beer. Bear Daddy. And then it's got little things over here. Obviously, it's a 12-ounce beer. We went back down to 4.8. Which is weird because this is a San Antonio brewery, but it says it's proudly brewed in Austin, Texas.
Yeah. So they're called Viva. They started in San Antonio. They're the guys. And but they I think they have like a brewing station in Austin, and that's kind of where they distribute out.
And I kind of like this. If y'all know what this is from, I mean y'all have to know what this is from. 99% of the time, it tastes delicious every time.
That's an Anchorman reference. That's nice. I love it.
That is so cool.
90% of the time, it works every time. That's fucking cool.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It actually doesn't make sense.
I'll be honest with you, Rick. That stuff smells like pure gasoline. Yeah, dude, that was the one I was gonna buy. Like, I actually went to HB looking for that beer, and they didn't have them. Like, fuck. And I saw like, oh, they have this community.
Which HB did you go to?
SoFlo.
Okay, so I went to the one in Alamo Heights here in San Antonio, or Lincoln Heights, and they had a whole bunch of them. So I was like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm gonna go get one."
You ready for it?
That one's so good.
Keep forgetting, dude. Where's the mic?
So it was either between that one, and then I saw the community Bock, and then I saw the Pantera. I'm like, Pantera community. I'm like, I know Steven likes Bock, so let me buy the Bock. And
I'm really glad you did get it, even though I got it too. But
you're fine.
Because I wasn't even gonna message you. Like, I think I want to do this episode as a Bock beer, as a Bock episode, or.
super smooth, super.
It tastes kind of like fruity too, though. Like,
it has that Bock taste, but it's like just it's crisp. It's super crisp. It's really good.
And that's just the foam.
It's real crispy. It's just.
That's just the tip.
So where were this damn movie? Oh, okay. Okay, so this movie also introduced the character of America Chavez. And I thought this movie started again, like it thrusts you into the movie. You get America Chavez with Superior Strange. I forgot what his name in the movie is, but it's another Doctor Strange from another universe who obviously has a badass ponytail.
Wow, my buddy was telling me, dude, because he dressed up as that to go.
Damn, I forgot.
There was also one person there at the theater who went dressed up as Scarlet Witch. I thought that was really cool.
That was cool. So yeah. So then you get them too, and then like he's trying to help her because like all these beings are after her, trying to kill her for some reason, and America Chavez has the power of traveling through multiverses, or should I say, punching her way through multiverses. Apparently, other than that, I don't know much about her. But you know, this movie again just really quickly introduces you to her. I love at the beginning of the movie, the first lines spoken in this movie are all Spanish. Like I thought that was fucking cool. I'm like, okay, you get Doctor Strange speaking Spanish too. I'm like, that's fucking cool. And then you get him, and he dies, and him and her travel to our universe, which is 616. Apparently, that's named 616.
Yeah, 616.
And then, that's the kind of movie starts
619.
off. You know, like that Doctor Strange sees her, and he's just trying to help her out. Eventually, she says that she's being pursued by all these multiversal monsters that are after her, and oh, that's cool. Yeah. I think his name is Superior Strange or something like that.
Pleather.
So, what y'all think of her and her introduction as a character? I've heard certain things of just like people saying like that her introduction was rushed.
She's just the Mexican that crosses borders. That was like
that she felt like a damsel in distress half the movie because she's just basically being chased by Wanda the whole movie.
Well, I mean, Wanda is strong.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really say that a damsel in distress because, I mean, dude, even Doctor Strange was running from her. Wanda was fucking strong as fuck, dude.
He's too strong.
I agree. I think the phrase damsel in distress like is just like what? Like,
yeah.
No, definitely.
I mean, and again, this is an introduction character. So obviously she's gonna have to learn how to use her powers, just like everybody else.
And she's young.
You know, she's a kid. You know, but I think it was a little underwhelming because you just get straight up like, okay, this is like, who the hell is this with weird looking Doctor Strange? Just straight off the back, you know, like then you know you get the
she's wearing denim.
She's wearing denim.
Then you get the sort of backstory of her and stuff.
Yeah,
like
the introduction of her
cool.
parents, you know, and
that's cool. They showed it though, like that, like you saw it.
Yeah.
But it's like when I saw part, kind of like.
I almost kind of like cried about that. I was like, "Oh shit, that's
like it's her fault that it happened." But what is he? It was a bee. It was a bee that did that.
Yeah. Hey, we don't like bees, okay?
I don't either. But damn boy, it was like I ain't gonna.
Yeah.
But damn boy, I'm not gonna open no fucking portal.
Yeah, I mean, like you know, her introduction, her backstory, you know, like was again like I felt really rushed. It was sad, you know. Marvel obviously introduced her, you know, her moms, you know, and you know, again, it just felt a little rushed, whatever, you know. But it was like as far as her in the movie, like I liked her in the movie. I thought she was really good. I would just like to see more of.
I hope they bring her out more. I hope she gets utilized more. I hope she comes out in other MCUs or maybe even shows. I really do hope so.
I think that's how it's gonna happen. She's probably coming out in a show.
Yeah, or I mean, like a lot of people keep speculating, which nothing has been officially announced, but one thing that has been speculated that all these shows and movies that are introducing these younger heroes are leading up to the Young Avengers.
Oh, that'd be so awesome.
So I don't know if that'd be like a movie or a show.
Well, now
I would love it as a show.
It's like,
I would
I think a show would be be better to flesh out each one, and like I guess each episode you introduce another one into the group, kind of give like their like how they got there, and at the end of the show you get the young Avengers.
Okay, I would like it for them to do it like the way they did it with Falcon and Winter Soldier. It leads up to Falcon becoming Captain America, so it leads up to them becoming a team, becoming the Young Avengers, and then boom, movie.
Yeah, yeah. You know, which would be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool to see.
I'm just waiting for that, man. I want to see someone out of these shows to be in a movie already.
What?
I don't want to I want to see someone from the series to be like in a movie.
Already. Oh, okay.
I don't want to push it that fast.
Well, technically, they've all been in movies except for Moon Knight.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, but like now, you know,
like now,
yeah, like.
I mean, because this is a different Loki. It's not the Loki we ended with.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just so ready for
such like a you know. Okay, so one of the biggest things in this movie obviously was the Illuminati, which, in my opinion, leading up to the movie, I think they just spoiled way too much. Yeah. Like, you know, obviously...
Dude, that's why I never tried to watch any of the trailers, but like you said...
Fucking Instagram pops up.
Instagram or TikTok, man. They fuck shit up, dude.
Like, you get the fucking Captain Carter shield.
Not only that, but like, you know, some of these other, like, podcasters that have the privilege to go see, you know, that have been in the media for so long that they get the opportunity to go see the movies before... Yeah. You know, the actual movie drops, and you know they're already spoiling shit too. And
even then, like it just seems like all this stuff like drops, like, and apparently like the Spider-Man scene where they all kind of land after they fly, like that was leaked. Apparently the
at least give it a week, man.
Apparently the review of one of the Illuminati characters was leaked online. So I didn't see it, but apparently it was. But while we get the Illuminati, and for those who don't know, the Illuminati is a group in the comics which consists of Professor Xavier, Doctor Strange. You get Black Bolt, you get Black Panther, you get Namor,
Iron Man, the Hulk.
Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic,
all of them actually.
So you get a bunch of different characters from different universes. So obviously in the trailers we got a tease of Patrick Stewart as Professor Xavier coming back.
In his Professor Xavier.
In the whip.
In the whip, yeah. Yeah, with the... Like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, the Illuminati. In this version, in Doctor Strange Multiverse, in a Multiverse of Madness, our Illuminati consists of...
Defender Strange.
Defender Strange. That's his name. There you go. It's Defender Strange. It wasn't Superior. Defender. There you go. Nice. Coming clutch.
Thank you, Andres.
So in this movie, our version of Illuminati consists of Jucho Edgerford. What's his name? Mordo. Because in that universe, he is the Sorcerer Supreme. Because Doctor Strange has died in that universe. Again, okay. So a little more context. America Chavez, Doctor Strange are trying to run away from Wanda, and they eventually kind of skip through different universes, just going through a lot of them. An animated one where they're all fucking paint.
Yeah,
just different universes.
I thought that was cool.
Until they landed in one.
You know, I was hoping though that they showed like this Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, like that kind of animation.
What if that's the animation one?
I don't know, man. It was so quick.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna have to watch it again. So I'm gonna find out.
So like they're skipping the universes, and they eventually land in one, and you know Mordo's character is the Sorcerer Supreme. He brings Doctor Strange and America to where the Illuminati, you know, I guess their little fortress or whatever. So you get
Ultron soldiers,
huh? The Ultron soldiers. Yeah, I mean the Ultron bots.
I thought that was cool. I love the.
I saw them in the first part, but then they said like, "Oh, Ultron soldiers."
Okay, it's like one of the rumors going in was that like they were gonna have Superior Iron Man show up in the Illuminati, and that it was gonna be played by Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And that's why they have the Ultron bots. We didn't get any Iron Man. So in my mind, thinking like, who made the Ultron bots? You know, like, did they just get that technology from the universe? Did he make them and die? Like,
in the comics, it was originally Hank Pym who created who created Ultron.
You just think that the maker of the bots are in the Illuminati, but again, we didn't get any answer for that. What we did get was Captain Carter, played by Haley Atwell. You know, making her live action debut. which again,
she wasn't as swole as in What If.
Which again, this isn't the same Peggy Carter that's from the What If series.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is not her. This is another.
It's another one, but it's still cool to see.
It's still her. Oh God, smoke show. And then we get
Arson Mount as Black Bolt.
Okay, Arson Mount as Black Bolt, which was the original
Black Bolt from the series.
Yeah.
Did you
know that's when I went.
I was like, what? Like, no. And at that too, he's in his kind of like comic accurate costume.
I thought that was
cool.
I mean, and it still looked good. It still looked really good.
And then you get Maria Rambeau, which is Monica Rambeau's mother from
Lashana Lynn.
Oh yeah, Lashana Lynch. She came on in Captain Marvel. She came in Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. Oh, she's
the mother of.
She's the mother.
Yeah. And she in this Illuminati she is Captain Marvel. Like she's the one who got the powers.
Yeah.
And then you get
Jim Harper.
Big Tuna.
Yeah.
Big
Tuna.
And
then you get the smartest man alive, and it goes up, and it's fucking what's his name, John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. Which again,
Richards.
speculation.
Tuna.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I wasn't crazy about his suit. He gave me just CGI like Green Lantern vibes.
When you saw him, I was just like, he looks.
I thought it was cool.
I was like, he looks exactly like all the fan art that's been coming out. He looks exactly like that. That's how I was just like, that's cool.
When you saw the spoilers, like you see how people edit crap, and it's like, that's exactly like what it looked like.
And then last but not least, you get
but it was still cool.
Yeah, and last but not least, you get obviously Professor X coming out in his yellow
Mr. Patrick Stewart.
Mr. Patrick Stewart, Professor X. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is the one from the animated series, or do you think the animated series in as a whole is like another universe, and he's just like one from a universe that kind of looks the same?
Oh man,
because in the animated series he had the yellow, obviously all that stuff. Is this that dude?
The yellow hover chair?
Or is he just like another one, and the animated one is another one? I think
it was another one, but they had to throw it in to just,
I think a lot of it is like what we had talked about before with, okay, this is what y'all want. Y'all got it. Done.
Yeah.
Jumping off of that. So I know earlier we were talking about Fantastic Four and how John Watts, the director of Spider-Man, backed out of Fantastic Four. We get John Krasinski, who's obviously been like fans that just wanted him to play Mr. Fantastic. They want Emily Blunt, his wife, to play.
Yeah.
His wife.
His wife.
His wife.
Zac Efron,
so the rumor is that he's gonna end up directing Fantastic Four, which for me personally, I would love, because I just recently just watched Quiet Place 2. Oh, so good. So the Quiet Place movie is obviously really good. He's a good director. I don't want him to play Mr. Fantastic. I don't want it. What
about the fan art one I sent you guys earlier? Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
He looked cool.
I didn't like it.
He looked cool.
I
don't want it. I want him to be a younger guy.
Yeah.
I want him to be someone young.
But then again, it's like all this stuff's already going on.
Yeah, so... but I mean, look at Iron Man when we first got Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man.
True,
Iron Man, he wasn't young.
Yeah.
His hair was.
But like, I don't know, like from what they're trying to set up with Fantastic Four, or at least people like speculating, like
I would love though if they're gonna bring the X-Men in. As much as I like Patrick Stewart,
they're gonna cast
playing Professor X. He did an awesome job in it. I thought he was good for what he did. They need to recast him. I really would like them to bring McAvoy back. And
I would love that. I would love McAvoy back.
Straight up, Professor X.
Just leave him at that. Yeah. I would love if they brought McAvoy back, but I also wouldn't mind if they cast somebody else, as long as it kind of like, what if they cast the dude from Barry, because he's had that dude too.
Oh,
no, Hank. Yeah, no, like as far as like all these characters, like I don't think we're gonna get any of these characters back. I'm not as far as character, as far as like I don't think we're gonna get any of these actors back playing these characters. I think this was just like hey, check this out. We're gonna just mix things up a little bit, and we're gonna bring back old characters. We're gonna bring back some new people that you guys want to see. but we're gonna kill him off.
I think
which they fucking killed him off. And like watching this movie,
and not like
and not like not just like off camera. No, you saw that shit.
Girl shredded him like string cheese.
Wanda just like walks through the Illuminati like nothing. When this was happening, what was going through y'all's mind?
Especially what she did to Captain Carter.
Yeah, bro.
Sliced her in half.
I saw a meme where they're like, Jack Mary's carrying her in the casket, like after that.
Oh, like half a casket, or like I saw memes too. Where she's all like, like they're like Captain Carter. I can do this all day.
Yeah.
No, she can't.
Bro, man, it hurt me though. It did hurt me.
That was rough. I was like, oh.
I think the one with Professor X. I thought that was fucking creepy as fuck, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, bro. It was. I'm telling you, man. Like it was scary. Like
that part was scary.
Yeah. Like, the way she came right behind, like a damn witch.
Like a damn witch. Cause she's a scarlet witch.
It was scary, man.
So do y'all think like that these Illuminati introductions and kind of kill-offs overshadowed the movie at all? Do you think it took away like from what we were kind of going through the movie, or do you think it added to it? Because obviously, I think this scene this whole sequence was added to give people like just a little bit of fun as far as these people playing these characters or these versions of these characters, and then also just kind of setting up Wanda to be the evil, Scarlet Witch that she is supposed to be, and so they have her kill these like Illuminati members like nothing. Did it take you out of the movie? Like, how'd you feel about all these little cameos?
I expected it for her to go through them, not like that, but I expected her to kind of like go and maybe these guys were gonna be like, man, she is too strong. Because when they came in, they were right away like, we're not worried about some witch.
Yeah, we're not worried about no witch.
And so I expected it like, okay, she's gonna like, she's gonna bulldoze these dudes, but not like that. So, but in a way, it was. I mean, you saw how strong she was, I guess.
And people
then going in, I'm sorry, but in the interview, like they were saying too, like. Her possessing that body, like she didn't even have full power.
Oh yeah.
So, like it just goes to show like how much of a badass I guess she was.
But also too, like people were saying like, oh, he was introduced as the smartest man alive, but yet he told Wanda how to kill Black Bolt. He goes, he could kill you with the single whisper from his mouth, and she's like, what mouth? And his mouth is fucking missing. He's like, oh, and just like, dude, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, whoa. And then she just kills like John Krasinski. I'm like, what? Yeah, and Captain Marvel slices her in half. But I think all of them, Captain Marvel went down like a bitch though. She got squished by a couple of rocks. Come on.
Yeah.
But
and she was taking it to her.
Like, I was just like, what? I thought that was so fucking. What'd you think about it? What were your thoughts while it was happening? Like, tell me everything.
There was so much going on during that part. I just don't know, man. There was so much to process through that. I mean, first of all, like you guys said, I mean, just wood mouth, and I was like, oh, I was like, what? I was like,
a lot of people went.
Yeah, like I think that was the only reaction that I got from the whole theater. It was like, like what? And then John Krasinski, Reed Richards. I mean, I knew he was gonna kind of go out too, like a little punk, but I mean,
he just stood there.
Like he didn't really do anything. Like he didn't get to show some.
I only saw him stretches when he came in.
I was kind of expecting him to like stretch his arms out and expand his fingers and try to hold her.
He didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything, dude.
Do something.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I think out of all of them, him but I liked it because I think it gave the women the opportunity to do more. So I did like Captain Carter. I can do this all day kind of thing.
That was cool.
It was cool.
She's like I guess. Well, I wouldn't say the strongest, but
but again,
but she was still going.
Yeah.
So one thing that I've heard is like, are all these members like, are they from that universe? I don't think so. I think they're from different universes.
They just came together.
And they came together. I don't think they're all from that same universe. But also, too, what you guys think about, like, because obviously Doctor Strange...
I mean, what about them defeating the Mad Titan? Because they...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was saying, like, what about... Which I think, because, like, in that universe, the reason, Mordo is Sorcerer Supreme is because Doctor Strange lost his way. I forgot why, but they didn't have him to kill him. Like, Black Bolt kills him, and, like, they kill him on Titan after they killed Thanos, which was pretty cool. What do y'all think about that? Like, I mean... I thought it looked cool when they killed him.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
I was just like, damn, they really killed him.
Yeah,
they really killed him.
Ramy.
They fucking threw his sword through him.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Like, whoa. But yeah, man. Like again, like I thought it'd been cool to like see Vision part of the Illuminati, and he's just like kind of like while she's kind of going through him, she has to like kind of confront that, like, oh, it's Vision. Like I don't know, but it's not my vision, so you know, I don't know.
I wish I just would have saw him.
No, I think my version would have been better. Vision coming down the stairs, like
yes, I'm telling you, like has any Vision.
I mean, even if they would have just thrown his voice in there, like Wanda, and then him just like freaking out because she hears his voice and she's just like, oh my god,
yeah,
oh my god.
So and then you know, obviously, like in the movie. We're introduced to the concept of dream walking, I think it's called, right? Mm-hmm. Where basically that like you do this spell in the Darkhold, and it gives you the ability to travel through multiverses and to take over the body of yourself in the other multiverse. So obviously this is where the whole Wanda thing comes in. Like she does that and she possesses herself. That whole possession scene though was scary. Yeah. Like when she passes by the picture frame and like it moves. Mm-hmm. And then, like, she looks and she's at the sink, she looks in the mirror, and she gets possessed. Mm-hmm. And then you get Wanda, and then she broke the fourth wall because she's like, and she looks at the camera. And it just cuts. I'm just like, whoa.
Well, the other thing, too, that that I thought was scary, and even my wife said, like, oh, that looks a little creepy, is when she's walking through the tunnel.
Yes. That was the biggest
she's just
part for me.
Like,
yeah. Why, man? Why? And then when she pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh man, right. Dude, it like I jumped right there. I was like, oh, I have to go restroom. Nah, dude, that part tripped me out.
Yeah. Like I love all that. So I'm like, oh, like this is badass. I love it.
And they're just looking, man, but pissed me off. They're just looking at the door. Every time they would shut, they'd be looking.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're super. Like, kick her ass.
So you went to go see it with your wife?
Yes.
Was she scared when all that parts happened?
She jumped and whatnot, but most of the time she's pregnant, so she was just uncomfortable. But she like she's a huge X-Men fan, so she was about to go restroom, and when he, you know, didn't want me to see, and I was like, you gotta sit down, like just stay right here, don't piss yourself, like,
don't get
watch, don't leave after this. But no, but like so when Professor X came out, that was like her like, oh my gosh, it's him, and it was cool. So. But
so dude. I mean, like when you're watching the movie, like obviously the movie gets kind of ridiculous. Like towards the end, like you know, Doctor Strange, he gets stuck in the universe and he has to do that whole dream walking thing where he has to do a spell from the Darkhold, and he has to find like I guess you could call it like an avatar of himself in the universe. The only one that's there is the dead body from, you know, which was Defender Strange's dead in
I thought it was cool.
Which in the trailers, that's where we get the zombie Strange, because he is taking, you know, he's using the body as a host just to defeat Wanda.
What does she tell him when he does get the body? Then the demon souls, they come out, and what does she tell him? She's like, oh, like you're man, what does she say? She's like, oh, like you're Doctor Strange, or
I don't remember.
She tells him something. He's like, and he gets up and he starts grabbing those, and they're like, "Hey, like what the hell?"
Yeah,
I thought that part was real cool.
I don't remember. What I thought was cool was like he's using all like the little like the souls like all that as a cape.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, whoa, that's fucking cool. Like, but like it starts losing me because like it starts getting towards the climax of the fight. And he's like having like this emotional moment with I think with America Chavez, right, or with Wanda. Like he's like talking to them, but he's like it's like zombies. Wanda, we can't use it. I'm just like okay, like that's where it started getting that's where it started getting a little bit goofy for me.
So this is probably gonna be a big spoiler, but I don't know if you have this as a question. But I mean, well, whatever. Anyways,
please,
are we gonna get more Wanda?
I didn't want to see her go like that.
She's not dead. No? She's not dead.
Okay, because I was confused about that part. I was like, what? Like
that's her way. That's like, the way of killing her. Yeah, that would be the worst thing ever.
It's the weakest.
Like, like what's her name? You're talking about Captain Marvel. What's her name?
No, you're talking about Wanda.
No, but I'm saying like she died like that in rocks. Like
that's true, but it's Wanda.
Yeah, but like no, the girl that she killed.
Yeah.
She goes out like that too.
But I don't know. But what I'm saying is that like it's Wanda. She's not a punk. Like I just feel like she just left. You know.
Sleep.
Yeah, but like I will say that like the last part of the movie was probably the weakest part of me because like the way they kind of wrap up everything like wrap up everything like Doctor Strange like not Doctor Strange like America Chavez, she's just a student in Comitage. I
mean Sparkles.
Sparkles. Wanda just kind of dips out.
Yeah.
Like I would say the last part of the movie was real weak to me. But again, like I walked out of the movie having a lot of fun. Like I really, really enjoyed the movie.
I gave you that MCU. That MCU
kind of
taste. Like after you've been craving it. I'm just so ready for. I know it's jumping, but man, Love and Thunder. Or.
You're right. Love and Thunder.
I'm sorry. I was like, dude, I just love Thor, man. And
for me, I'm more excited to see Christian Bale.
Yes.
Who is it? The God Slayer.
Yeah, they're just going crazy on social media how good he was.
Because apparently, like, they're just saying like they're hyping him up. Even the director is hyping him up.
He better not be talking like the Batman though, man.
He's gonna be talking
issues.
This city just proved to you.
He's gonna be talking like his character from what's that movie? The Fighter. He's a drug addict. But yeah, man. Overall, with the whole movie, okay.
I thought that was kind of sad, dude. Like the whole time the cameras were following him, he thought it was a documentary about him and his fight with Sugar Ray, and then it was just
drug addict documentary.
I was like, oh god.
That's not Doctor Strange. We're talking about the fighter.
I was like, what's going on, man?
But yeah. And then like again, like so, this movie kind of lays out the fact that like. One of the reasons why Wanda lost control is because she was reading the Dark Code, and it's established in this movie that the Dark Code does take a toll on you. Obviously, we get that from the Strange at the end of the movie, who like is already corrupted. He has the third eye. He goes out like a bitch. And then obviously Wanda was overtaken by the Dark Code. That's why she kind of like it leads into all this stuff. At the end of the movie, during the third act of the movie, Doctor Strange uses text from the Dark Code to, kind of fight Wanda. So at the end of the movie, you get Doctor Strange walking out, and it seems like the Dark Code's already taking kind of like a toll on him, and he gets the third eye where he kind of just starts screaming.
Bam!
Bam. Ends, credits roll. And it was just kind of weird. The post-credit scene comes up, and he's just
walking. So there was 2?
Yeah,
I gotta ask because I couldn't. Well, we couldn't stay that long for the second one, but we saw the first one.
Yeah, so the first one. So that first one starts, and Doctor Strange walks out like he's literally just walking again. Like we just saw him walking, getting the third eye. It ends, and then he's just walking again, and then the fucking portal opens, and it's fucking Charlize Theron in a purple Power Ranger suit. And she plays Clea. Clea in the comics is
his wife,
is daughter or niece, depending on which one you want. Which version. Daughter or niece of Dormammu. Who Dormammu from the first one? He's like he's in like I guess he's I don't know what you want to call him, king or whatever of the Dark Dimension. And so essentially she is the sorcerer supreme of the Dark Dimension.
Damn.
In the comics, she is one of Doctor Strange's like major love interests, and eventually she becomes sorcerer supreme. So they're just essentially setting up just her and Doctor Strange kind of like going through another adventure together, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm glad that they're going to bring back the Dark Dimension because apparently Dormammu is like a big Doctor Strange villain, so it'd be cool to see all that.
And he really didn't defeat him in the first one.
Yeah, he just kind of submitted him, like, to... Dormammu come the bargain. And then, credits roll again, and then the last... And I even text Steven...
I did like how she rips through the multiverse. Or through, whoosh, whoosh. And then it just opens.
She does, right? She does. Yeah, it's all weird.
It's like, whoa, that's cool.
And then Doctor Strange's like, okay. He puts his cape on, and the third eye comes. I'm like, what? Like, what are we doing? Like, what is this? You know, it was fine, whatever. But as far as post-credit scene go, it was probably like, it was so underwhelming. I'm like,
yeah, it was a little underwhelming.
Okay. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I mean, Charlize Theron, I mean.
And then, the big post-credit scene at the very end. Oh, the
big one. Fuck. One that Ernest missed.
Oh, man.
The one that Ernest missed. He's got to go watch it again.
Yeah, why don't you look it up right now? Look, I'll search it for you. I'll search it for you right now. Fill the space. Talk. Ernest, I'm talking to you.
Ernest, talk.
I'm trying to find it. I'm like so wet for it.
Whatever.
I'm on YouTube. All right.
Okay, so what did y'all think with one of the things too that I noticed is when Professor X was using his powers to actually show like the
yeah it was
that was cool. So
it's like you wish like I don't know like I like those old X-Men's, maybe not the third one, but
since Doctor Strange will return.
Yeah.
In what?
What did they make his own show?
I would hate that. No, I wouldn't hate that. Of course I wouldn't hate that.
I'm sorry.
And that's it.
See, I was thinking, you were talking about it, and I was like...
He texted me, too. Like, the way you text me, like, is there two end credits? And I was like, I don't know.
This is fucking dude. Plays too much.
Just say you were talking about that scene earlier, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I texted. I was like, "Here's another post-credit scene." He goes, "I don't know." I'm just like, yeah.
I'm just happy I'm here.
So I was just like, all right. So I'm like watching it.
Hey, babe. And then you have to see the second post-credit scene.
And then it happens. I'm just like, really? Like, okay, all right. Fucking Sam Raimi.
Because the way I saw it, I was like, man, if I had to live through it, y'all gotta live through it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
But yeah, man. I mean, overall, like again, like I like the movie. I do recognize its flaws. Again, was it the best movie? No, definitely not. Did I really, really like it? Yes, I did. And like,
was it fun? Definitely.
Yeah, I thought like it's just fun. Like I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to see it again.
Definitely think if the original director wasn't gonna do this one, that they did pick a good one to take over.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. People are like saying like, "Oh, like, I wish Sam Raimi directed. I wish the Russo brothers."
I wanted to go back a little bit to what you were saying before. Like, if you're a Sam Raimi fan, you're gonna love it, and if you're not, then you're whatever whatever you're saying. I think that's kind of BS because like I think you're gonna like this movie whether you're an MCU fan or not. I don't think you have to be a Sam Raimi fan to appreciate what he did with this movie. I think you maybe have to just kind of understand where he's coming from, why he did the things he did, and again, you got a sorcerer and a witch, like,
yeah,
of course there's going to be
scary.
Yeah, there's going to be something, so.
Yeah. But I mean, again.
I wish I really saw Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider?
Yeah, dude, there was like a bunch of like.
Dude, I could definitely see Sam Raimi doing a Ghost Rider movie, dude.
See, now I'm getting all just like horny just thinking of it. I love Ghost Rider, dude. Without Nicolas Cage, because I don't know, I love those, but those are cheesy. But like in some of the like spoilers, they're saying that was gonna happen. I think that's for me going into it because I'm a huge Ghost Rider fan. Like I thought that I was gonna see that, and I didn't. It just I liked it regardless. There's a lot of stuff that people were pushing, and the trailers were pushing, and it wasn't that, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't nothing that I'm not gonna say I expected it, but it's not something I'm like, oh, that thing sucked. Like, I don't watch that. No, dude. Like, I'm gonna watch it again. Yeah, it has to be more stuff. When you see the second time that you're gonna notice. But
I really want to watch it again. I'm really excited to see what like Thor is gonna have in store for us, and I'm really excited to see what like else is gonna happen with these characters, especially Doctor Strange, because I know what his name Benedict Cumberbatch isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
All it's about now is just introducing new people.
Yeah, but one thing we forgot to mention real fast, and I want to give him the love that he deserves, is Benedict Wong playing Wong. Mm-hmm. Amazing! Like one of the best scenes I think he was in was at the end where Doctor Strange finally gives him the bow because he acknowledged him as Sorcerer Supreme, and he even asked him, he goes, "Wong, are you happy?" And just like he doesn't even say much, he just kind of like you can just tell because. Wong has just kind of always been that character that's always there. Mm-hmm. He was in the Avengers movies. He kind of like helped bring that whole like army to help fight Thanos.
Shang-Chi.
He was in, he was in Shang-Chi. Like, it's like, I
forgot about Shang-Chi.
He's been there and he's been through this shit. So like when Doctor Strange dies, I'm like, Wong, are you happy? And he's just like, he gives a genuine answer. Like, I forgot what he says. Like, we just gotta do what we gotta do or some shit. Like just to look in his eyes, like he's just like, I'm tired, but I'm doing it. I'm just like, damn, that's cool. So like, I like that. For a brief second in the movie, I thought like Wong was gonna die, but I'm like, I'm glad that he didn't.
Homeboy was getting tossed like a ragdoll from the beginning.
I'm glad that he didn't, and I'm glad that he's still here to stay, and I'm glad that he's still Sorcerer Supreme. I want more Wong, and I've heard little rumors here and there about a Wong Disney Plus show. Do I think that's the best thing? Maybe not, but would I watch it? Fuck yeah.
Something maybe that you didn't know you needed.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's
but
what I feel like
I give the movie, if I'm going to rate it out of a 10, I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Give it a 7.5.
I'd 7.
Yeah. It was good. It's good. Wasn't the best, but it was good. Had fun.
Yeah, I saw like a thing of where they rated it, and there was like 4 sections. Yeah. And people put it like second. Which, like there's a lot more I wish I would have saw.
Definitely.
A lot more, but at the same time, my heart was content. And I can wait for like other stuff to happen and come out and wait for everything to unfold. Eventually, it's going to be one of those movies you're going to have to watch again before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
The next, whatever, whatever the big thing is, it's coming.
Something's coming.
Well, like you said, I'm definitely waiting for Thor: Love and Thunder. I think that's going to be
Natalie Portman.
Pretty cool.
Jack,
yeah.
I know, dude. I saw the trailer again, and I was like, "Holy shit, dude! She got some biceps right there."
Mm-hmm. All right, well, if you guys are good, I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Yeah. Well, thank y'all for the beers. I know we bought we bought you the same ones, but again, we have the Viva San Antonio Brewery. You can find their beers HB. They have a lot of beers HB. This is the Bear Bock. We got Communities, Texas style Bock. And we got Texas Ale Projects, Pantera Golden.
Pantera, baby.
Ale. So all 3 beers are honestly really smooth. Here in Texas, it's getting pretty fucking hot. So all these IPAs are not gonna cut no more out. I'm gonna want one of these, especially the Golden Ale. That one is fucking good. And this Viva one, smooth, light, easy to drink. If you want a little kick to your Bock, which I know sometimes Steven does, Community Bock is bold, it's nice, it's crisp. Try them all, man. They're really good. You can find them at HB if you guys live in Texas, which most of y'all guys do. So go to Texas, check them out. HB, whatever. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Thank you. He's been touching me the whole time.
Wait, no. Both of his arms are on the table.
His feet. All right, guys. Thank y'all. And I am Eddie. Steven. Zaddy. Cheers.